So we're talking about stuff that's mine. um, that's that's at the heart of this issue of letting go. And it's a tough one because we are immersed in it every day. We wake up and our default program, we wake up as humans every day. And so in order to be on a spiritual path, in order to recognize our spirituality, you actually have to make that choice again and again and again and again. And I know I'm using the word heaven. I don't believe in heaven as a place. I believe in, and my experience is a feeling. We can actually plug into that feeling now. It's a living, breathing, I don't know about breathing, but it's a living being in itself. And we can plug into that and become part of that oneness of life sharing itself. And now we can't dwell there yet because we're still in the human state. The best we can do is kind of keep it close by, to be ready to make a transition. And how we do that is by transitioning throughout our lifetime. This is going back to the value of your time and how you spend it. So these issues are kind of intermingling into mine and my objects and my things and my belongings and my loved ones and my time. So you spend your time on all these things and protecting these things to make sure that they stay within your circle. And you care. You spend your time where you care. I care for that. I care for him. I care for her. I care for. So it's like if your time was currency and you had a finite amount, you're spending your pennies on the people that you care for, the things you care for. Whatever these may be, whether they're buildings or institutions or ideas, or it's the idea of these are mine, I care about them, I'm going to spend my time. And that's all well and good. That's all very human as well. However, you're not spending your time on you or your spirituality. Yes, giving is part of spirituality. But only if you own it first. Only if you've already given that time to yourself, well then you will, how do you say, it's not spent. When you give time to yourself, it's not spent. You still have it to give to others. Whereas if you give it to others without spending it on yourself first, you're giving it away. This is the way this energy works. It's a matter of where your loyalty lies, basically. And so if you give your time to your spirit self first, the rest of the stuff is still there. It doesn't go away because you are now on a spiritual path, because you are now becoming spiritually aware, because you have now decided my spiritual journey, my eternal journey is more important than my short human journey. Because that's what it needs to take. That's what you need to make a mind shift. You need to make that choice of which is important. Which is more important to me. my spiritual journey or my human journey. And then your time becomes valuable. Now, time spent being, and I'm going to say being spiritual, that just means being aware of peace and love and light shining through you. It's not, you don't get wings and see angels and bells and whistles all the time. You just find a peace inside you. You become peaceful. You probably wouldn't think to look at me. I know I'm very animated and loud, but that's the way I am. But there's an inner peace in here. I can walk this world at times without a thought in my head or without a care in the world. The world sees that as wrong. Not to care. But you can't let this world go and care about it at the same time. And you certainly can't bring this world with you when you go. We are going to leave it. You are going to leave it. So you're backing the wrong horse, basically, if you put all your time and energy into being human. But it's never too late to back a different horse and change. That's the purpose of this whole lifetime, that one day we will make a change and see the bigger picture, see the spiritual value in life itself. So how does one spend one's time on themselves before they give it away? It's a matter of being aware of the bigger picture. There's to become aware you are a spiritual being first and foremost, and to keep reminding yourself to connect into that, to reach out beyond the confines of your human self with your being. Allow your spiritual being to reach out. It's like grab it in. You breathe it in, you soak it in, you become one with it, and you shine it and give it away. This is a practice. You do it with your breath. You breathe in, you're grabbing the universal energy, whatever you want to call it, God energy. There's lots of names for it. You grab this outside energy, love, light, peace. You soak it in, and you shine it. And you can have an awareness of this. It's like almost like a generator going in the background. And you continue on your daily life. You continue on giving your time and your energy to wherever you're giving. Nothing has to change except your awareness of, I'm using this time for myself first now. I'm connecting to now. I'm feeling that energy. I'm sharing that energy, and continue. That's how you give time to yourself first. You don't actually have to stop and take time out and isolate yourself. That can help as well, but you don't have to do it in order to give in order to feel your own spiritual self. It's a multitasking. It's a multitasking. I can barely walk and talk at the same time, but I'm able to know that I'm plugged into this bigger picture, this other energy, this life force. I'm acutely aware that without this life force, nothing would be living. I wouldn't be living. And it's more than a breath. It's more than just going in through my mouth and my nose into my lungs. It's soaking in through my pores. It's in everything. It permeates everything. And it's allowing that idea of it permeates everything, to permeate your being and your mind and yourself. That opens you up to be part of it. So that's how you spend your time on yourself. And the whole idea of transitioning from being human into spirit, well, that's a lifetime journey. And with awareness, you bring that sense of, it's a choice. It's a constant choice of which side of this divide are you on. Are you a spiritual being or a human being? And this isn't something that you can do once or twice or a million times. It can take lifetime after lifetime. This is a constant. Every time one comes up, you have to say, no, I don't want that. And what I'm talking about is thoughts, is feelings, is emotions, is ideas. We can go through life having fictitious arguments in our head with people in the past, or fictitious arguments in our head with people in the future. Or we can dream wonderful and impossible dreams. And whether we reach them dreams or not is that can be wonderful for the human experience and the human sense of achievement. But from a spiritual level, you're not doing anything for your spirit self. You can still reach them goals and achievements from a state of awareness. It's not an either or. It's a plus. You lose nothing when you are spiritually aware. You actually gain. You are a better self. You're a better self in giving what you're giving to your surroundings. So the transition it's no different than life itself. It's a growing process. It's just a continuation of a growing process. We're growing from baby into adult, into spirit. So not everybody makes that whole journey. Babies can go into spirit. We can pass over at any time. But what I'm talking about is the journey from human into spirit. That's the process. However, you cannot bring all your human stuff, or actually any of your human stuff, into this spiritual realm. So the process of transitioning is a process of letting go. It's a constant process of letting go. We grasp, we hold on to, we label mine. However, we have to let it go, because mine cannot pass a certain stage. Mine cannot come into this nothingness. On the universal energy, the stuff that's out here, what's outside of you is not mine. There's no mine here in the air. There's no mine in the energy around it. The idea of mine is concerned and contained inside here. So every time you are reaching out to connect to the bigger, you're actually letting mine go and reaching out to more than me. Because it's me and mine. And when you let that go, you're reaching out to more than that. I'll continue this in the next video, and now you know, you can't say it, no one told you.